By Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use. Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study. Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: Complete hub upgrade 6. This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use. Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes. There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Preserve the remains for later study. Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use. Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work. Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your fix-it designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract. Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study. Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
So maybe that, perhaps? Oops, shoot. Oops. Oh, there it is. Don't know what in my settings got screwed up. Sorry about that. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me while I screw this up. Most of my setting is great. Oh, people, please. Don't start calling me Great One. If I'm great, then you were absolutely fucked in the ass. Believe me. You don't want someone like me being great. Do that. Sorry, I keep track of my chat through my phone, YouTube, so I can see it in front of me since I don't use two monitors. But it's easy enough for me to do that. You're all about bears. Wait a minute, you're not one of our Spear Hub members, are you? Anytime someone brings up bear, we think bear as in our guild leader. Probably not. There's no way. Let's... Oops, wait, hold on. But then again, if you're saying, get two monitors. If only. If only it were that simple. Then again, that seems like a cheesy, YouTube life hack video you probably would have seen somewhere. There we go. Ah, sad. I see they managed to keep the ragdoll on this.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
What is her dialogue? I swear. Okay, well at least my microphone's working now. Sorry about that, guys. Usually I set my OBS to do video recordings for this channel, so I almost never stream. But whenever settings get shuffled around, something breaks, and then I end up having to spend the extra time to fix it. Sorry about that. But yeah, hey, thanks for visiting. This is really just a chill, small side stream with Connie, as is, since the 1.0 release of Satisfactory came about. You're probably not going to see too much of the factory work from me because I am a one-brain-celled organism that is shitty with logistics, as I was saying earlier. Usually she's the one handling the logistics and base building, and I'm just the loot gremlin. It really does, doesn't it? I'm just kind of the loot gremlin that goes around gathering what we need. We got slugs. We got a couple... Yeah. I gotta remember how to operate this, though. Slugs, we got a couple of things. I'll put that away before I lose it, like a dingus. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the hell is that? Probably. Wouldn't shock me if that was the case. We'll put this here. We don't need to carry all that. You're gonna need to make some storage eventually before I start making a complete storage menace of myself, hon. Just saying. You know how bad it's gonna go. We don't need the biomass yet, do we? It is a relatively chill game, unless some other things come knocking about against you. But this is one of those, you hold on to it and then create it. Well, at least it gives me time to look at the chat while I'm doing this. Well, yeah. I'm gonna ask out of curiosity, those of you present in the chat right now, are you familiar with Satisfactory, or are you just kind of chilling around because the YouTube algorithm sent you here for some reason? Look, if you came here on your own, thanks for visiting, but oh, you poor soul, why did you have to come here of all places? You could have picked any other place full of interesting people to talk about, but you're listening to a dingus like me talk about factories and being a loot goblin. The slugs in this game are essentially overclocks for your machines, just so they work faster and more efficiently, basically, is what I mean to say. Am I lagging? Am I lagging, or am I going full potato mode for a minute? Hold on. There's only one way to check. I just do this. No, I'm not. Okay. No, I'm not, but I should make the biomass at least. That's literally all I do. Oop. I suppose so, but I'm not the type to really believe in fate too much. Minus every other funny joke that I make. Well, depends. If you like dry humor from a weird local Hawaiian man, sure, okay, I get you. But a lot of what I do here is just chill video gaming and maybe nattering on about VTubers. Which, who's streaming today? Dang it. I missed a couple of streams that I wanted to watch today. Because Toho brought them. Okay. No, I understand that. You'll have to excuse me, this is an extremely old channel. And by that I mean back when I was in my high school years, and I was just very deep into Let's Players, if any of you are old enough to happen to remember that era of Let's Players and whatnot. But it ends up becoming a case of, well, you use the channel for so long, and well, here's the funny thing, I thought of rebranding the channel to a slightly more reasonable name than my old username from back when I played WoW, and that is what this username is. But after a while, you use a username for so long and you're like, what am I even gonna change it to? I've been this way for so long. Why? Why and how? Oop. I forgot to put the biomass in there. Or a better stack, anyway. Do we have anything else before I run off and go make a menace of myself to the rest of the planet? Oops. Let me see. Sure enough. No, it doesn't want me putting that in there. You're about to set up some proper miners. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll probably need to run around and make a menace of myself again. I have thought about that. Growing up, I have had people, like, mention to me, you know, Seraph, you could probably do news if you wanted to, just news anchor and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be a news anchor. News more often than not is absolutely fucking depressing, so why would I ever do that? If I wanted to talk and chatter about things, I'd rather talk about things that, well, I'm interested or people are interested in. Video games, VTubers, anything of the sort. Me wondering why a lot of my other friends are silly and half of their nonsense when we were playing Once Human. Fun game, by the way, if you happen to have a group of people. A little bit depressing if it's just you. I have pondered the idea of VTubing myself, and I have messed with, you know, V-Mirror and V-Roid, if you've ever seen that on Steam. But it's become a case of, I could, but everyone and their mom wants to be a VTuber in this day and age. Let's be real here. A lot of people do. And you see a lot of indies just popping up and down like daisies. And to me, okay, cool. But I feel like I should just first enjoy what I do and kind of figure out my niche of what I like to do for content creation. This is a hobby channel, so there's nothing in particular that I'd like to do as far as video games, Toho-related memery, actually completing my video game backlog because it's gotten out of hand, gacha games, Oh shoot, I forgot to do my dailies on ZZZ. Oh fuck. Well, I'll do it later. Whatever. It's not important right now. I have to do loot goblin things. Let's see. Reading Toho fanfics. I haven't thought about that. Maybe. It depends. Hold on, Connie's saying something here. Later. The later you. This bitch. Yep. That will be me. Because by the time I get to my dailies and I'm actually rested, I'll be like, oh yeah, I better get up, feed the dog, do things, come back. Oh shit, the day flipped over. Motherfucker. Also, I'm gonna say this ahead of time for people who come in and out, see stuff on this channel. I don't stream too often, mostly video stuff. And usually I'm formal in the way I talk. But, I'm Hawaiian, partially. I'm a mixed blood, as we speak back over in Hawaii. I'm a mixed blood. Although I moved over to the mainland a long time ago, so you'll have to excuse me, I'm more formal speaking. But the problem with being Hawaiian is you're extremely blunt in the way you speak. We don't really care what people go on about, oh, you have a potty mouth. I don't give a damn. When we're extremely relaxed, Hawaiians are the type that are more loosen the belt, let the belly, hang out, sit down, grab a drink, eat, drink, and be merry. That's typically the mentality of Hawaiians. So I say that up front ahead of time so that people don't get too surprised that I'm crass in the way I talk. That's just the mannerisms. Yes, I can do the formal speaking and, professionalism, but they kind of remind me of turkeys. It's just not raining or anything, but I kind of wonder what it's trying to do. I have thought of doing content for just reading things, but I've never really thought of what exactly. Reading out fanfictions? Maybe, if there's some manner of demand on that. Well, most people don't know that about Hawaiians because you either know one or don't know. Most of the time we're extremely relaxed. Like, very, very relaxed. Okay, I'll be real with you on this end. There are two kinds of faces to a Hawaiian that you may or may not know. There is the aloha, weird, the tourist industry face we put up a front. And that's pretty normal in any place that does tourism, as you can already, you already know. All places have like a tourism face. But most Hawaiians will either have one of two faces. Either A, they'll have the tourism face where they're just, okay, trying to be welcoming to the tourists and being as culturally on point as possible. And then you have the relaxed Hawaiian who's at home, kick off the pants, don't even care. We'll just chill and enjoy our day. Hawaiians are a very, very eat, drink, and be merry kind of people. We don't think too hard, life is complicated enough as is. When you're enjoying your time and spending time with friends or hobbies whatsoever, we don't think about the complicated shit in life. We just chill. So that's pretty typical of Hawaiian nature. Or just mentalities in general. It's different from people to people and from island to island. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. There is a difference between There is a difference between islanders. For example, I hail from Oahu. So that's where Honolulu is. The thing about people from Honolulu is they're typically, or not Honolulu, from Oahu is they're very crass. We speak our mind. We don't really care. If we're gonna tell you, yo, that's kind of stupid, or hey, yo, maybe you should be careful with that, well, we'll say it. We won't beat around the bush. Whereas Big Islanders, in spite of it being the bigger island of the chain of islands, they're more don't cause any trouble. Try not to say anything. Try not to say anything too rude up front. You know what I mean? So Oahu and Big Island people clash as a result of that. Because you have some Big Islanders who are like, I don't want to say anything, but they'll just say in their, with their backs turned, he's kind of a dick. Whereas an Oahu person will look at that person and be like, if you got something to say, just fucking say it. Don't give me that. Just say it. Because that's just Hawaiian mentality. We're like, okay, you're a dick, I'm a dick. Cool, we move on with our lives. Don't step on my foot. That's how we are. So we're very, very straight to the point, depending on which island you hail from. But, you know, the tourism and the brochures probably will lead you to believe that most Hawaiians are all the same. And there are some things that are similar all across the board, but not always. There are a couple of nuances depending on island culture. I just happen to come from the island that's more forward-going and crass with the way we behave. So, we oftentimes will come off as rude. And, sorry. Thoughts on Hawaiian pizza? It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it. Hawaiians have a very specific mentality when it comes to food. And the mentality is, food is awesome. We don't really care. Yeah, sure, we have preferences to what we want to eat. But due to the way Hawaii is and the culture is, and oh boy, how expensive things are back there, we have this mentality of, you know what, food is good, we love food, screw everything else, don't make it complicated. So that's how we are. So Hawaiian pizza, it's not my first choice. I will eat it. It's not my first choice, but I'll eat it. If I have a friend just come over and be like, hey, you want to eat? Yeah, sure, okay. I'm not going to complain. Food is food. That's how Hawaiians are. And in a lot of Hawaiian households, especially if you're from a Filipino household, kind of like myself, then there is a age-old saying, or an expression, that is true across the board. That being, if you come hungry, you're visiting a friend, if you come hungry, you're not going to leave hungry. Because more often than not, a lot of Hawaiian mentality is going to be like, you hungry? Before you go, you better eat. You know, especially if they've already done some cooking or if there's some leftovers. That's just kind of how it is back there. We don't really think about it too hard when it comes to food. The only thing we don't like is when people are wasteful with food. And that's just a typical mentality, but even then, you know, that's just kind of how human nature is. We have preferences, there are some things we'll eat and will not eat. But that's just kind of one thing a lot of genuine local Hawaiians will think. We really, really dislike it when people are ungrateful with food. Here's a... probably not relevant. Oop. My only experience with Hawaii is coconuts and they suck. In our stores, the water is yucky, the flesh tastes... Yeah. Yeah. That'll happen. That'll happen. A very common thing that people will probably see from Hawaii... This is new. I've got a Mercer sphere here, so... I guess you can...
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
So that's the new content, I think, or one of the new things. I'll have to deliver that to base. But, yeah, I can get that. The thing is, then, this is the funny thing about Hawaii's culture. You learn a lot about the land is really good for farming. The problem is a lot of it keeps going more and more, it's disappearing, because not too many places or people really, really like to farm anymore over in Hawaii. So a lot of that old culture is unfortunately disappearing, last I checked anyway. And they're replacing it with affordable housing, but I don't know about you, I don't try to bring these kinds of topics up. But to me, a 2-bedroom apartment that is affordable housing is not going to be $2,900 a month. No thank you. That's not affordable. I don't care how luxury it is. Most locals will look at you and be like, I'd rather just buy a fucking house. Who cares? But that's just mentality down that way. Shoot. Here I am going off on tangents again. Oh. Come here. Come here. Where are you going? Come here. Come here. But that is typical of Hawaiian mentalities when it comes to food. Yeah, I was trying to finish my last thought. Yeah, that's Hawaiian mentality. Now, it's obvious with a lot of people. They're always going on about, oh, okay, I'm a vegetarian, I eat a lot of meat. In Hawaii, you will see people like that too. But most of the locals, we just kind of self-regulate, I guess is how to say. We live by street rules a lot of the time. So when you've got another Hawaiian who's vegetarian, let's just say for example, because this is common in schooling back in Hawaii, you have some of these guys and gals who are going around passing stickers saying, oh, well, I eat meat, so I'm an asshole. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm not ungrateful to food. Like the common mentality in Hawaii is, I'm not ungrateful to food. If We hate it when people are hungry. That's the thing you have to understand with Hawaiians. We hate it. We hate it, we hate it, we hate it. We hate it when people are hungry. So more often than not, that's why when we have friends and family visiting, we're like, did you eat yet? You better eat. Don't go home hungry. We're not gonna let you do that. So when we see people like that who are disputing over, you know, the moralities of, oh, vegetarian, don't eat meat, this and that, most regular Hawaiians will look at this and go, just eat your food. It's a simple thing. But for us Hawaiians, that's how simple it is. It's like, just eat your food, okay? Eat your food, enjoy it, whatever it is you enjoy. I'm not gonna step on your toes, but don't step on mine. That's just kind of the way we are on that front. We don't make it a big fuss. Not typically. It's not the norm for a Hawaiian to make a fuss over food. As far as games, the games I enjoy are kind of all over the place right now. It's some gacha games. There are a couple that I've streamed through and gone through. Lately I've been on ZZZ, so that's been pretty fun. I'm only here on Satisfactory right now with Connie over here because, well, the 1.0 release is today, and of course she's excited about it. So, you know, it's been a while since we've sat down, hung out together, and just played. So I'm spending a little bit of time. Other than that, it's a bit of a, I guess, in this modern day and age, it's more variety. It depends on what I happen to be playing. If I'm playing with a bunch of friends, okay, we're playing Once Human together. That's been pretty fun. But I wouldn't play that solo. Some people can, some people don't. But that's kind of enjoyable if you're playing in a group of friends. Other than that, it's just a variety of single-player games off on Steam, like different Toho games, RPGs that I have not... Ooh, boy. Uh-oh, somebody doesn't have enough power! You need me to come back? You need me to come back? Okay. Oh, you paused it? Okay. For a minute there, I thought you went overboard on the power grid. I thought you went overboard on the power grid and just fizzled out. Okay, then I could just keep exploring. But yeah. Lately I've been trying to punch through my backlog of different Toho games, RPG in nature or whatever. Outside of that, whether you believe it or not, how do I put this? I have an unhealthy obsession of farming sims. You can ask that to Connie. Even she can confirm. Every time I spot a new farming sim, like from an indie studio, and I'm like, hey babe, look, look what I found. And more often than not, she's like, there he goes again. Kermit? Maybe. I mean, I'm not good with voicings. So if my tone just suddenly changes into something it's not, then, well, that's just my habit. Who knows, maybe I could do a Kermit voice. Never actually tried. Thoughts on national food? Let's jump to that topic for a moment. National food. Which national food are you referring to as far as Hawaii? Because there's a couple of foods people do ponder when it comes to when they think Hawaii. But the opinion is different depending who you're asking. So, which food do you mean as far as Hawaiian national food? Oh shoot! What's this? I don't want to fuck with that too, but I'm gonna fall in if I don't watch it. Like I don't have any mobility items on me, so I'm not gonna get through that. Not yet, anyway. Once we get jump boosters, at least, then that'll be okay. Because, let me think, there's a couple different stories for that. Actually. Hold on a minute. Let me just casually tab out for a second. Past all these. Hopefully you don't mind. Okay, yeah, poke in general. That's typically normal. There's a couple of different foods that are considered like Hawaiian national food, so it really just highly depends. This is again the problem with Hawaiians in general. We love food, So we love food, so it doesn't really matter what it is. Usually, we're just happy to eat. We're that simple. We're that simple. We just love food. Simon? Simon? Simon's okay. The thing about soups like Simon in general is that they're nice on cold weather time, but depends on how you make it. I'm okay with it. I would sooner... How do I say? Would this be considered like a redneck Hawaiian? I'm the type that if I'm in too much of a rush growing up in Hawaii, that I could just take up a pack of ramen and eat it dry. Like, that's a foreign concept to a lot of people, but it is doable. If you just crumple it up, and then just put the seasoning in and just close and shake, you can't just eat it dry the way it is. A lot of Hawaiian locals do have that as a habit, unfortunately. Out of necessity and because it's just very it's just very easy to do. So a lot of Hawaiians will just do that, just to save time. But now, you know, I guess this is a good time for me to talk about that. The reason why I say national food, because it's debatable between a lot of Hawaiians in general. Some people will say Simon, that's perfectly reasonable. But I believe there was an old story, my old man, he's from his military days. He said there was an old story that kind of made a lot of locals a little bit annoyed. And that was, they tried to bring over some Hawaiian food, traditional Hawaiian food, to basically a national showcase. Like not really a competition, but showcasing different cultural foods. And for whatever reason, the person who picked out a Hawaiian food, they picked out spam musubi for some reason. Now, spam musubi is great. That is a very common food in Hawaii. You can find it anywhere. Practically any small restaurant, grocery stores, any 7-Eleven or convenience stores. It's basically Hawaii's version of a sandwich, typically. Essentially, like it's that common. Let me just deal with this. But the fact that while it's not necessarily a bad thing, a lot of locals kind of had issue with the fact that he brought spam musubi and said, yes, this is the crown jewel of Hawaii. This is like the best food we have. Whereas most locals will look at that guy and be like, yo, there are so many other things you could have
preserve the remains for later study.
1 sec. Is that? Oh. Oh right, that has a little bit of back. No, not back. Excuse me. But yeah. He brought that, and that basically sparked something of a bit of a debate between locals in that particular time in history, because a lot of people are like, of all the fucking things you could have brought to the foreigners, you had to bring musubi. How come? Could have brought poi, could have brought lokomoko, could have brought something else, but you brought musubi. Oy, lose money. As you know, my local dialect tends to go. Granted, it's been a while since I've had a chance to speak Hawaiian Pidgin, but it's something that you kind of just intrinsically remember off the top of your head. Local dialect slang, essentially. Which is mildly funny too, now that I think about it, because I'm kind of an oddball in my time growing up in Hawaii. Yes, I can speak Hawaiian Pidgin, just Pidgin English, but I don't naturally do it because I speak formal English, and that was just because of hold on, that's a spider. Nope, not a spider. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to just loot that in on then. They don't hurt too much, so I could probably just muscle through that. But I spoke a lot of formal English because that's just the kind of people I admired, so to speak. You know, the old cool-looking mobsters who spoke, at least generally, very eloquently. So I don't know. As a kid, I kind of liked that, so I tried to learn to speak more formally rather than the local slang, which is fine. But some people tend to get really confused when you try to understand local Hawaiian Pidgin English, because it's more broken English, essentially. And you kind of have to listen to it a couple dozen times before you kind of understand the terminologies we're trying to put down, because a lot of it is hyper simplified. very, very stupidly hyper. Nope. I'm by a cliff. Don't do that. Yeah, thought so. Oops. I'm by a cliff, he says, and then he falls off somewhere else. Oof. These aren't difficult to dodge, but they are a little annoying. Yeah, kinda. You kinda got the idea. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, that's the bigger one. Ugh, this is gonna be annoying. Okay, hold on. This thing's just gonna... I don't want to fight this one here. He's just gonna push me off the fucking cliff. Hold on. They really made these a lot more responsive. Back then, you could actually just casually run around in circles. And for largely, you could just keep avoiding it. Now they actually made these a lot better at zeroing in on you compared to back then. Like, I don't remember these bigger boars being this freaking annoying. Come here, you. I have the early game weapon, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna put up with that shit. Come here. Ah, sad. You know, in a way, I could use this as a metaphor. Hawaiians are a little bit like this. You have this boar bashing into me, and I'm still just gonna keep running back into it. When Hawaiians are very pissed at each other, they're a little bit like this. They don't back off of each other typically. But it's context you kind of have to understand. If they're swinging punches at each other, then you know it's bad. Now, if they're swinging rubber slippers at each other, that's a whole nother context. That's less of a "I'm going to kick your ass, you fucking asshole," and more of a "you're a bitch, come here" kind of argument. Now, it sounds, I'm sure for some of you, that probably sounds a little bit unrealistic, but believe me, it actually does happen. I can't tell you how many times in my high school years you've got different students just sitting by the bus stop and chilling, and then all of a sudden you've got one that's probably off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember some old stories. Playing volleyball right at the bus stop, and you've got maybe like 30, 40 people, students just waiting by the public transport now, waiting there. And then you've got, 2 people that decided, okay, let's just play volleyball right butt fuck in the middle of all of these people waiting for the bus. And they do. And then the ball just bouncing around, hitting people on the head. People are getting really fucking irritated. And you can imagine how that goes. Essentially, it starts hitting too many people, and then you've got a bunch of local girls just starting to cuss each other out, and they're about to go fight each other. But mind you, the context of the seriousness of it really just depends on how you're hitting each other. One was actually punching. The other one was pulling the rubber slipper. So one wasn't serious, but just went, "Oh shit, she's gonna kick my ass." Man, the other one was actually throwing punches. So I always tell people, with Hawaiians, you really have to understand the context, like, to really get it.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay. I forgot what these are used for. It's been a while. Me nattering on like an old man. That's just kind of the old... way back in those olden days. I don't know how the modern generation is in Hawaii these days. From time to time, I'll talk with my buddy. Just Hanai family. I guess that would be the expression. Oh yeah, slipper is a universal weapon. That's how that's how a lot of us just come to kind of fear it when we know, oh shit, I made him mad. There's an expression in Hawaiian. Hanai family, basically. So, basically family that's not actually blood related, but you still treat them like family. So my buddy is a little bit like Hanai family to me. But from time to time, I'll ask him, how's everybody back home in Hawaii? They're good? Your family good? How's the younger generation? They okay? And I say that just out of curiosity and discussion, because we notice the mentality of Hawaii kind of fades out over time. Usually we're very, very relaxed, and we don't a fuss with each other. So, you know, I think we promote it as the aloha spirit, if you happen to have heard that expression. And it is, but we call it aloha spirit, but it's more just like a way of living to us. You know, just a be good to your neighbor, don't make a fuss, don't step on my toes unless you want me to step on your toes back. Essentially, that's all it is. So just simple ways of conducting yourself. The Hawaiians are generally a very, very accepting people. We don't mind. We don't mind foreigners. We don't mind, you know, other people, as long as you're chill. That's the context I always tell people, especially coworkers in real life here in the mainland, when they're like, oh, I'm gonna go take a vacation in Hawaii. You know any places? And I'm like, well, don't stay in Honolulu. You could, but if you want some of the better to eat places, you're gonna want to go where the locals live. And usually that's more like a tiny bit on the ghetto side, a little bit. But if you have a local friend there, it's easy for them to be like, yeah, sure, okay, let's go. We going? Easy. But
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
It's a spider, I think. Yeah, that's a spider. Okay, I'm not too worried about the spiders. That bore, though, way too much. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about the spiders. They're not too bad. Okay, now they are. Hold on. They're so much more aggressive than before. Hold on. Hold on. Mind you, this is also a very nasty situation for me because I'm essentially just doing this with the buttfuck bare minimal. So I really shouldn't be dealing with them. But I'm a reckless bastard. Why wouldn't I? Hold on. I'm pretty sure I could lose them. Ooh, wait, hold on. Oops. Okay. Too much fall damage. I know where that is, but trying to get away was not the best idea there. I completely miscalculated where I was gonna go. Yeah, it's called bacon. whether you believe it or not. Hold on. They made a remark about that too on the dialogue. That's fine. Shoot, what was I even talking about? There's so many things going on at that exact moment. I'm like, oh shit, hold on. Let me just grab this, I'll go grab it. You see, that's what happens when you're too busy nattering on like a Hawaiian over and over. But there's also a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's my body. You can see it on the map, the compass, right over there. There's an expression in Hawaii, whether you'd believe it or not. Also, for whatever reason, bacon mushrooms are actually pretty great for healing. Up until we actually get what we need. Wait, before I run off, do we have the other B piece? No, wait. Okay. So I'm still going to use the rinky-dink zapper then. Gotcha. But we have an expression back home in Hawaii. Oh shit, I think I just had a boomer moment. I was too busy running from a bunch of alien spiders that were like hyper fixated on eating my ass that I've completely and utterly forgotten what topic I was on. Yeah, huh. Do you remember what I was nattering on about? I think I just had a Hawaiian boomer moment. Oh, right. Right. We have an expression in Hawaii. If you've got Portuguese blood in you, you don't shut up. Well, that's not exactly an expression locally, but it's just kind of a colloquially accepted fact. If you've got a bit of Portuguese blood in you, then most locals are like, "Oh, you love to talk." You go on and on and on and on, and you just don't shut up. But that's also just the funny thing about Hawaiians in general. The Portuguese friend probably won't be talking too much unless you know, you're actually friends with them. Most people are quiet in Hawaii, unless, you know, you're good friends with them. Then it's whatever. I'm not too fussed about the poison plants, because they take a little bit of a wind-up to, attack. But, yeah. Sometimes I have to, maybe. I mean, all the Portuguese jokes over in Hawaii is all due to previous Hawaiian history. So, that's, if you're wondering why there are so many Portuguese jokes in Hawaiian mannerisms, well, that's why. Usually it's because of, I am in the wrong tier. It's like up there, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should have been up there. I feel like I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. How is the leash range on these guys, though? I don't remember the leash range on a lot of these enemies. I'm pretty sure they're short. I don't know. Pick up a few things while I'm at. And there's a boar. You know, I probably should be stabbing these to death. Just so they don't bother me on the way out, but I'm lazy. It's a very Hawaiian mentality thing to do, to just be lazy about it until it's too late. As you could see with that spider incident back there. I put it off until it actually became a problem. It's a good thing none of my other, it's a good thing none of my personal Hawaiian friends, actually are here to see that, because they'd be like, oh, Hawaiian, you're so fucking lazy. Would have been fine if you just killed them, like, already. Fine. But, heard of beetle? Yes, I do happen to know about beetle. Actually, that's a very fascinating study in, VTuber fandoms in general. Neuro is very interesting, although I can't help but feel a little bit concerned how she somehow manages to pass by her filters lately when I look at a lot of these clips for, Beetle and Neuro. You don't have to be sorry. Actually, I should probably note, there is such a thing, there is such an expression as being on Hawaiian time. What that means is, you're lazy. Being on Hawaiian time means you're not in a rush, and you're just kind of coasting about. So, what you actually said there still is basically true from a Hawaiian standpoint. The only difference is you would probably just say, you know, I'm on Hawaiian time, I'm not in a rush. Yeah, like Connie. Connie's always on Hawaiian time. It doesn't matter. We're both on Hawaiian time. Yeah, I can understand that, the AI being concerning thing. It's going to be a contested topic for a long, long time, depending on where we're looking at it, unfortunately. Nura herself is very interesting. But, if I may be honest, when it comes to VTubers, I think a lot of my favorite ones I watch are indie these days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have like a heinous amount of subscriptions to every HoloLive VTuber and maybe a few from other smaller companies, but and HoloStars. I do watch a lot of HoloStars, actually. I miss Vesper. But anyway, my nattering aside, a lot of who I watch tend to be indies these days. Ooh. Hello. These are good. Like, this early in the game, these are really good. I just pick these up. Is that open? Yes, it is. Yoink. There we go. 2 hard drives. Alright, cool. Yeah. Heard that some places even the bus arrives on Hawaiian time. Yeah, it does. Depends on the bus driver. Even the bus arrives on Hawaiian time. But you have to also look at it from a perspective of which island it is. For Oahu, the primary transportation will be bus, which, whether you believe it or not, there was once a time in Hawaiian history where they were meant to, in the early developments, they were supposed to have made a very efficient rail transit system to get around from one end of the island to the other and help decongest traffic. Unfortunately, the Hawaiian government and the locals, they always had the same excuse when thinking, ooh, it's a slug. Yoink! Someone's growling at me. Don't growl at me. Where are they? There you go. Sneaky little bastard. Yeah, come here, you bastard. Come here. But, at one point, the Hawaiian, basically, transportation had a professional from Europe, I believe, that came over, and he was going to set up the groundwork and planning for the rail transit at that particular point in time. This was back when my old man was around my age, so his early 20s, before he went into the military, Navy. But the Hawaiian government and locals tend to have kind of the same excuse when they don't want a certain thing to come about, and that is, oh, it'll wreck the view, oh no, it'll do this and that, and then, you know, the transportation expert, he waited for a little while, as much as he could, until he decided, okay, you know what, dude, this isn't going anywhere. So what he ended up doing instead, is he put together the planning for the bus transit system over in Hawaii, in Oahu specifically, and it was very, very efficient because he was the one that put it down. For the other islands, their bus systems are not quite as efficient as Oahu, but because of the way he did it and planned it out, you know, that's why most locals in Hawaii could actually just get around by bus instead. Although the traffic and congestion is absolutely horrid back over there, especially on traffic, you know, all the rush hours and traffics. So that's just kind of like a tidbit of history that's not really known to people outside of. Most local Hawaiians don't even know that history. I only know that because my old man was a very teacher kind of type of person. Military man, very soft-spoken, but whenever he had something he wanted to pass on for information, like teaching, anything he happened to know, he would do it. If you wanted to learn about something, say technology, military stuff, well, he'll listen. He won't do much. But if there was something he felt he could teach you about it in history, and he knew you were interested in it, he'd be of the mindset that goes, well, we'll teach the next generation. Make sure they learn. They're interested in it, and I don't know anything in particular that might help you, but maybe if I pass this old lesson and information to you, maybe you'll have use for it somewhere down the line. And that was an old mentality. Very, very old mentality. Yeah, to be fair, that's a very that expression I just did there. That would be a very Hawaiian way to get distracted. Can I get that? Do I have enough healing on me? Let's see, hold on. Base is over there. Maybe.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing the Pioneer efficiency and alignment with its core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influences
I don't think he can get up here.
Investigated regardless of any perceived danger,
he can't.
as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Unless he figures it out. Oh no, he might be able to get up here. Oh shit, he might be able to get up here. Uh-oh. He might be able to get up here, if I'm not careful. I don't know, I think I'm cheesing it pretty well. I said I'm not going to leave without that, so... Jeez, he takes so much hits. I forgot how much of a rinky-dink piece of shit this taser is. I'm just gonna say that outright. I forgot how much of a rinky-dink piece of shit this taser is. Like, you can hardly do anything with this. Come on. Come on. Come on. I already said I'm not gonna leave without that freaking thing. There we go. Alright, cool. Ah, he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead. Never mind. Cheesing failed. He wasn't dead, guys. Sorry. Shit. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oops. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Oof. Piece of shit. Come here. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. I really should mind that. Oop. There we go. Typical Hawaiian mentality. Pick a fight, doesn't go well, run like a bitch. Exactly in that order. This will be on the test, by the way. This will be on the test. That is typical Hawaiian mentality. This is very, very typical Hawaiian mentality. Pick a fight, doesn't go well, run like a bitch. Oh. Oh, there we go. Did he drop anything? Ow. No. No, he didn't. In fact, he was still alive. Did you just play dead? For real? Oh, honey boy, please. Please. You make me work too much. You make Uncle work too much. That's fine. That's fine, even if you didn't. To be fair, whether you believe it or not, way back when I graduated high school, a passing grade was D. Not a good thing, yes, I admit, but not a good thing, I admit. But back in my day, a passing grade was B. So a lot of people actually, if you weren't a straight-laced A plus student, you probably went by with like B's and C's, maybe a D here and there. And in case you wonder, yes, I am one of those people. Like the only classes I actually ever did get really good scores, grades for, were teachers that I really liked. So my science teachers were always really cool. My English teachers were always really cool. Other side classes were pretty cool. For whatever reason, all of my math teachers were pretty shit. I say that now, but they all were pretty ass. They didn't really care to help struggling students when they understood, you know, things like algebra, anything above algebra. That particular tier of math. I'll have you know, I got through high school sleeping in math class, and they let me. They fucking let me because they gave up trying to wake me up. So I got through algebra just fine. Like algebra 1, algebra 2, kinda got through that, but the teacher really couldn't be bothered to wake me up, so I always slept in class. And then I ended up going into other side classes to make up for the credits. Hawaiians are weird. That's all I gotta say. My generation was known as the procrastination generation, where we put things off for too long. And, where we put things off for too long and then, oh shit, we better go hurry up and do it. So that was my generation. Yeah. What's funny too is I remember in my my high school years, my senior year was actually pretty great because I did have some classes to make up, but I did, and I did make them up because there was supplementary online classes. So I managed to just stick it out. Did it for like the first 2 semesters. Out of 4, typically, semesters. So the first 2 semesters, I just stuck it out, did all of it. And then, for the latter 2 semesters, I had nothing to do. Like, I would have certain school days where I'm like, okay, well, Monday, 3 out of the 4 classes were my makeup classes in that same place for like 3 classes straight, and then my last class of the day, which was my academy class. So, when the latter half of the school year came, and I had nothing to do, I just went for 3 classes straight. First period, recess, second period, lunch, and then the next period, the third one in that day, recess again, and then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, it's time for the last class. I better go. See you. Get shoots. And the funny thing is, the teacher that was presiding over that class, he was the football coach of that particular school. So, you know, he had no problems with me. We were just chill. But when my Oh, sure, Connie. But when the last 2 semesters came, but especially the fourth one, the football coach had a lot. That particular teacher had a lot of fun messing with the lazy students, because they came over and they're like, "Oh shoot, Mister, can I come in and do all my work?" And I gotta do the thing quickly before I flunk high school. And he's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And then he always looks at me and he's like, "Oi, but look at him though. How come you never do what he did? He did his work. Now he gets to sit over here in class, do nothing, sleep. I ain't gonna bother him." And he already did all his work, so he's good. He can sleep all class for all I care. And then, that just made the other students just kind of grumble a bit. But I laughed. And it's like, "Yeah, isn't that right?" And I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's good. Whatever. We good. I was always half awake in that particular class anyway. So whatever he was saying, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Don't care. You good? All good." Whatever he's saying, what he said. But to me, I always found that funny in my own high school years, because it's like, I mean, I got to spend a good portion of the year just sleeping in class because I already got caught up. Granted, that was for my own screw-ups, but, made up for that. Favorite pocket monster. Are we talking Pokemon in general, or just in general? Yeah, any other kind of game. Pocket monster. Off the top of my head. Any in particular I was most fond of? I'm not gonna go for the obvious answers, but I feel like if I had to pick one that's always in my teams, regardless of the game... Honestly, I always have a Milotic in my team if I can help it, regardless of the game. Typically Milotic. If I can't have Milotic, then it's like, okay, well, whatever, let's pick someone else for my water. Connie likes Scizor. Connie's a big fan of Scizor. She always has her beefed out Scizor somewhere in her team comp, even if it is allergic to fire. But I always was fond of the water and ice types in Pokemon. Typically. Now, in case you're probably curious as to what I meant by, I'm not going to pick the obvious choice because that's just going to be too meme-worthy. I was going to say Gardevoir because that's a psychic I always like to use, but we know how the internet is. So if I say that, then immediately Connie's gonna meme on me. Like, right now. The very second I open my mouth and fucking say that, she's gonna just freaking meme on me. For being a coomer. I mean, that's just kind of how we are, so it's whatever. But, let me think. Trying to jump back. I have to wait for the timer on the research thing, so now I'm actually looking through chat a little bit. I feel like I might have missed a few topics here. Yeah, on the topic of would I ever become a VTuber? I kind of just enjoy being a fan and talking about it, so it's not likely. This channel is very, very small, and I just let it grow at a natural rate, whatever that is. This is a very old channel, so I don't really think too hard about growth. I mean, it would be cool if it does, but it doesn't matter really, so... I just enjoy my time. I'm a very one-brain-celled organism. You can even ask Connie. She probably could confirm that too. I'm a very one-brain-celled organism. I don't think too hard. I'll just have fun with my time, chill, and that's about it. I have thought of doing more things for voice-related work, just for fun, like narration, perhaps. Like some of you have probably noted in chat. I've never thought of reading out fanfictions, but I don't know why. Actually, you tell me. Do people actually like it when people read out fanfictions? Never thought of it. But I feel like reading Toho fanfictions is just gonna be a whole nother rabbit hole. I'm gonna need a bottle of Jack Daniels for as I read. I'm just putting it out there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to like grab my Jack Daniels over here on the side of my desk and be like, okay, hold on, honey boy, let me just take a swig, and then we read. Because that's exactly what it's gonna, like, devolve to, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if I would do that. It sounds funny, though. For meme-worthy's sake, it sounds funny. But I have to ask, because I'm not as, tuned into the Toho community as I used to be. Especially in my high school years, so I don't know what is a particularly, like, common trending thing in the Toho fandom anymore these days. Let me see. Maybe read some chill books. Maybe. I'll think about it. It's kind of funny too, because I remember even in my old school years, a lot of other classmates and some teachers are like, you know, you probably could do radio if you wanted to. Yeah, but last I checked, when it comes to radio and anything of that particular nature, you kind of need a lot of extra experience and schooling for that sort of thing. So I'm like, it could, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, the only obvious thing to do otherwise would just be to, you know, run a YouTube channel just for fun, and that would make a good, you know, side use for my voicing. I've thought to do some narrations just for fun, but where to do narrations, I'm not sure yet. I mean, I've played a good number of gacha games. I thought to do some narrations for different character story students in Blue Archive, because I kind of do play that on the side. But I haven't been keeping up on events anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'm behind by how many days? Just a couple of different ideas here and there is kind of what I've just been tossing up in the air. Anything that might be useful for narration. I feel like I could probably enjoy narrating, or at least reading out something. Though whether or not people might enjoy listening to my voice, well, that's up in the air, I think. Like, Connie, she's already used to hearing me on a day-to-day basis, so it's whatever. As for other friends, I'm too much of a fucking gremlin when playing together with some other friends, so they're probably more sick of my shit than anything else. Maybe. This is the funny thing when it comes to when it comes to content creation and some such. I think everybody who does some kind of YouTube content or content creation probably has always felt this at one point or another. Most people, when they start off, they'll go, "Oh, I fucking hate my voice. I fucking hate my voice. I fucking hate my voice." You get used to it after a while, honestly. Like, at the very beginning, I was just completely unused to hearing myself talk in the third person. But when you do things like content creation, or just you look at yourself in a third person from a video, say for example, you realize a couple of weird, quirky things about yourself you never would have known. But you see it, you can spot it, because you're looking at yourself in the third person. Like, over time, I've just kind of enjoyed doing casual videos for my channel, because I've noticed, I do this, I do that, why do I do this? I'm a fucking weirdo. So that's just been kind of my spiel whenever I do videos. Granted, if there's anything I would really like to do is practice actually make use of editing and actually do more things on the side. So that's why the idea of trying narration would be pretty nice. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, now that I'm seeing some suggestions from people in the chat, well, I'll think about it. No promises, but I'll think about it. That's something to think about. How many times have I said that by now? Jeez. I'm trying to think. Oh, VTuber talk, because I know I want to gush about this. I'm going to be going on and on about it. Favorite VTubers. I'm assuming some of you in the chat are probably VTuber fans as well. Off the top of your head, who do you normally watch? As I'm managing some stuff here. Oh, that's already done. Did you want to look at that, Connie? Before I do the thing? You pick it.
Analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
While she's doing that, let me just put this back. Did I fill up the other one? I didn't fill up the other one. Alright. You have a good day, Snowy. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll give some thought to some of your suggestions on the voicing related stuff. It's something to think about. Have a good day. Thanks for visiting. Extra inventory slots? Okay. That'll be helpful, yeah. I have another hard drive here. Let me just... Okay. Here we go. Alright, we got that one scanning. So, we'll do that. So, another 10 minutes of me waiting until it's done. I'll just casually float around and make sure everything's there. Oh, nice! Good luck on that. Make sure you drive safely when you go ahead and do that. Also, don't worry about it, dude. It's nice to just see people chilling and hanging out. And plus, that's given me a fair bit of extra things to think about. You can ask Connie. She always tries to make suggestions for things I could do for content, but I never really act upon it anyway. So, having a bit of extra input just for ideas will help. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm not a very demanding person when it comes to streaming or anything. Anyways, just hang out, chill, hi, bye, cool. You have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Let me think. We got the extra inventory slot. Then... Alright, I need to make more of that, don't I? Oops. We're gonna need an extra bench. Can I just casually put one down? Ooh, I don't remember how to do that. Was it not that one? Nope. F. There it is. Nope, wait, no, that's dismantle. What am I doing? There we go. Just do that. Thank you for building. Okay. Thanks, son. It's nice to see some visitors from time to time. I don't really expect it, but it is nice to see some visitors from time to time on the stream. Or just on this channel. Although I feel like I've yapped too much. Have I been yapping too much, hon? I feel like I may have yapped a little too much. Like here I am all... Wait, what time is it? I've completely lost track. Just because I was too busy yapping about anything and nothing. Well, good to know. At least it's something to ponder for later. Sort that. I mean, we have a pretty good start for items over here. So, it's fine. 7 minutes until that's ready. I don't know what in my settings have changed, though. Like, when I last did that Final Fantasy XIV stream, the audio was just fine, right? What changed in my settings then? That I didn't have my microphone settings. Yeah. I'm not sincerely sure. Maybe at a later date we'll, if you don't mind, I'll have you help me audio test again on a private stream. Because that's just really, really weird. I was pretty sure I had my settings down in a pretty okay spot. But, here we are. Turns out it wasn't quite as, wasn't quite as set as I thought it was. Well, those are some interesting ideas, isn't it, Connie? I don't know how well people might like, me reading out things, but it's something to think about, I guess. I'll have to think about it. I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of drink if I'm gonna be reading through the whole fanfictions, though. But it is an interesting idea. I'm not against it. Or at least things of that nature. When I get the time afterwards, I'll just reread through the chat and make note of some of the suggestions and ideas that some of our chatters have brought up. Because I did like a good portion of them. I do appreciate that. Just a little odd. We're not used to having visitors whenever I do stream, are we? Usually it's just chilling, you and I, and, you know, a couple of friends of ours. Dropping in and out here and there. So, you know, it's very sweet when we do happen to get a visitor every now and again. Not like I stream often anyway. It's mostly video content. Let me see. 4 minutes, around about 5 minutes. I used up a lot of berries. Oh no. I used up a lot of berries just messing around with the wildlife. Let's see. Gonna need to scavenge a bit more. I mean, it'll be less problematic once we get the healing items from the research, isn't it? So, not too bad. How's the game running on your end, by the way, hun? Running all right? Can't compare? Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, it has been about 2 years since the last time, isn't it? It has been about 2 years since we last actually did do any playing. So, there is that. Oh, you're stuck at 60 FPS. I mean, I'm pretty sure. We'll have to see later on then. It probably looks a lot better for you than it does on my end, since my rig is a fair bit old. You know, I'm just now realizing just how up in the air my gameplay is whenever I'm playing Satisfactory with you, since all I really do is explore. I hear a slug, I'm pretty sure. Can't find it. Where is that? I hear it. I don't see it. Is it here? That's bugging me. Oh. Is it here? This looks like a spider cave, actually. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Something's gonna come up behind me and kick me in the ass, isn't it? That's usually how this goes. Hmm? No? No? For free? Okay. For free. Bahanas. Okay. No problem. We have 3 of those now, so... What was that, the Mercers? Yeah, Mercer Spheres. So I haven't found the other resource yet. Not yet, but we're accumulating a fair bit of slugs and Mercer Spheres. So tell me, are you gonna like this region, or will we need to expand further out to get the coal and biofuel eventually? Well, I feel like we're gonna do that anyway, so what am I saying? Can't really say right now. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I guess until then I can always just keep gathering, because why not? Goodness, how long has this stream been going? I've completely lost track. Ah, nearly 2 hours. Okay, well, we'll at least touch the 2-hour mark, and I'll see if I feel alright to just keep streaming from there, because this is mostly just chill. The research should be done in another 2 minutes. What about? By the way, big spiders. You remember how generally not threatening they were back then? not typically all that threatening. Yeah, they're a lot more relentless now, so watch that. They're a lot more bloody relentless. Holy shit. So much more relentless now. Good luck with that. And the bigger boars. You get anywhere near their head, they're immediately just gonna bop you away. So they're a lot more relentless in that regard either. So, just something for later. The sooner you know, the sooner it'll be less of a headache. Oh, it's done. Did you need me to go run and take a look at that? Or are you good? Okay. I'll just keep gathering some stuff, and I'll be back in a moment. I wonder. Ah, you got an alternate blueprint. Alright. Let me see. To be fair, between the two of us, I'm the primary one who needs healing items anyway, half the time. So I'll just hang on to some of this and put the rest away in the chest. I will say, on surface level, I'm quite liking what they're putting down so far. It's the same loop, it's the same formula we're already accustomed to, but I can definitely see the 1.0 release is quite the improvement over the previous iterations. So this is nice. Let me check here. I forgot there's a whole ass load of research-related stuff here, isn't there? Did you touch upon anything from the research yet, or should I have a peek at what else needs to be done for it? Okay, I'm gonna just take out a few of these things then, and we'll go have a look. Alright, what do we got? That's hard drives, this is research here. Alien protein.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the SOOOOO family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Do you hear that too, by the way, hon? When I'm completing the research? Or is that just me? Cool. I don't want you to miss out on them. I don't want you to miss out on riveting Ada lore. Especially if she's got something funny to say.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Let's see. Let me see what you're saying here. PS5 Pro price. Guess it? I'm gonna say about 800 USD. 700. Ah, I went over by 100. That's a lot, though. Is that even worth it? Like, I don't know, huh? Yeah. At that point, you might as well just make a freaking computer for that price, right? Like, you could probably make something decent, even with that much of a budget. Depending on what you want to play. Okay, maybe something pre-bought or something. Who knows? At that point, I'd probably just save up. Now what's this?
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
I don't know if I want to eat spiders, thank you very much. Pre-bought is worse, actually. Well, yes, but you also have to remember my particular rig is an iBuy Power, but it's also pre-bought as well. It only managed to go through because you approved of the specs on it. Yeah, unfortunately, it is more expensive versus other things. I guess it also just depends where you're buying from as well. Okay.
The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Research completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for fix-it coupons at the Awesome Sync. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
Well, of course you do. Of course you do. What do we got? Inflated pocket dimension. Hostile organism detection, I'm not worried about that. Expanded tool belt sounds good. Structural analysis. Kind of want that. Do we have enough for that? Hold on. What was that, 50? I think it was 50. Let me check. I mean, I usually prefer to be exploring, but this is also important for progression. So one of us has to be the one to sit by the bench and do the thing for it. It just happens to be me this time to manage it. Get that. We're almost done with the alien megafauna tree though. So that's nice.
Research completed. The protein inhaler can restore health in the eventuality that you have been carelessly damaging fix-it property.
So sarcastic about it. Inevitability that you're basically being a dumbass. Yeah, I know. You don't have to remind me, I know. That is alien protein plus the barrel nuts. Okay. I remember there should be a sideways recipe that's one of each gatherable plant or fruit, but I don't think we have that yet. Unless it's just a sideways hard drive recipe. Can I make that? Wait, hold on. It would be nice to just get to that rivet gun, or the rebar gun. That is iron rods and DNA capsules. So if we just casually look... Not here. I guess that's just the building bit. Ah, okay. Alright. I see it now. What was that, 5? Okay. Then... Oh. Check. Iron iron rods. Do we happen to have iron rods being made? Or are we still on the process of making things in that fashion? Process still? Okay. Then I can hold off on that. About 100, so I can honestly wait on that. So we don't need to be in a rush on that, thankfully. Since we're still on ramp up. Oh, thanks, son. I'll go ahead and process them. Let's see. Oh, I forgot that was a one-to-one. I'll put that here. That made... That should be pretty good. I don't remember, but was the voicing for Ada always there since back then? Yeah, we do need a second bench. Yeah, we do need a second bench, if you don't mind, please. Yeah, because I straight up don't remember. It's been too long since we last played. Just a lot more now. Yeah, it feels like Ada's got a fair bit more sarcasm and personality. So, I dig it. It's funny.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the Fix-It mission.
Yeah, works for me. That's what I'm looking for. Thanks, hon. I'll use this to process some mats. That's what I'm looking for. Preferably the rebar gun. We have, let's see, 25, 50. And then 25... No, not quite. We have the first part, just not the second. Okay. So, maybe we can hold off on that a little bit. I'll work on that. Here. One Mercer Sphere.
Mercer Sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of Massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer Sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer Spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sings us on.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fix-It has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what these alien life forms are, but this will be an interesting story. Ooh, wait, can we make that? What is this? SAM fluctuator, able to regulate direct behavior. Can't make that yet, I think. Hold on. SAM fluctuator? No. Not quite. Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Why did I... Just get rid of that. This is just going to be the chill segment of the whole thing right now. I haven't seen that yet. So I'm gonna need to find that. So I can make the fluctuators. And I haven't found any Sommer Sloop yet. So these are gonna be the next two things I need to locate. Need to locate some SAM and locate some Sommer Sloop. I sell them? Yeah, we got that already.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth. This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Sounds so matter of fact about it, though. Wait, that's my inventory. What am I doing? Just that away. Yeah. Better to do it that way, at least. Oop. This is always the long-winded process. Once this is out of the way, we're good. It's just getting all the research out.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
I mean, very straightforward things to say about it, at least. Bacon! Bacon mushrooms! What, does she say anything about it, though?
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Okay, well, she didn't make any remarks about the fact that it was bacon and a mushroom for some reason. Just merely that it looks like it. Alright. Fair enough. We need one slug. Just casually grab that out. Just the one, preferably. Let me see, right here. There we go. Now, does she say anything interesting about it?
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
So they're just gathering power wherever they're just situated. That also explains why they tend to be in such very asinine locations, the stronger the color is. Like purples especially. Ugh, purples are a pain in the butt. We can do overclocking. We can do this bit as well. Okay. How many? Oh, slug scanning. Okay, I'm not concerned about the slugs yet. That's a later thing. We don't need to do that now. I'm not concerned. Alien megafauna. We have the rotors. We don't have the reinforced iron plates. Those are going to be very easy to deal with. What's nice? What's nice? Oh, there you are. Auto 90-degree belts. Well, yeah, you don't have to awkwardly try to constantly re-angle it manually and put everything down for it. So it just auto clips onto it, doesn't it? Nowadays. I presume it just auto clips. Oh, you have to set it. Okay, so it's a setting. I mean, it's going well, though. Let me check the researcher. Until then... I need to go find more mycella. Figure out where these are. So that we can get the research nodes done. And then... when dropping belts... Go on. What do you need for that? You only need to hit R to change the mode. Okay. Makes sense. What is this? Okay. What was that, about 25, I think? Went a little over. No, not this one. We're looking at the rebar. Not the rebar. I've just completely lost track of what I was looking to upgrade. Shit, I'm having those boomer moments again. It's a lot of screws we're gonna need. I'm just gonna go ahead and process that out of the way then. Oop. There we go. It would have been nice if they actually added in a toggle rather than a hold down button to do the crafting manually. But that's just kind of the nature of the game in early progression. I really need to just take a paper and pencil and just make a note of that. I can do this now. 25. You know what? We'll make use of that. We found it. Might as well use it. Need about 25 of these. Oops. Grab that out of the way. And then it was 500? I think? Yeah, 500. It's gonna be a while. This is the long-winded, boring part of the progression. Up until you get machines up and running anyway. Thankfully there's two of us, but as long as you're taking care of the logistics, it's fine. Doing the manual set is no problem for me. $500, was it? Yeah. 500 and then the reinforced iron plates. Wait, I'm gonna need a little more than that, actually. If only because of the reinforced plates materials. Shoot. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me check that, actually. Plate, screws. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. You almost need screws for just about damn near anything, really, in a lot of builds. You had some reinforced in your inventory? Okay. Oh, how many? Because I don't remember how many I found in my stupor of running around in a panic. Okay. Let me double check. Megafauna. Yeah, we only need 50 for this, so we can finish this up right now. We'll just take that out. Pop the research in. Hey, would you look at that? I don't have to run around with just a taser anymore. Oh, that would be great. That would be great.
Rebar gun and iron rebar ammo unlocked. Your ingenuity towards preservation of fix-it property has been noted. You earned a micro break. And welcome back. I hope you feel refreshed.
Bruh. You earned half a second of a fucking break. Hey, welcome back. Get back to work. She's funny. She's funny. You did such a great job. Here, have a break. Okay, get back to work. Oh, I swear. That's just silly. We're gonna put this away for now. I'll have to put down some storage later. Ooh, this is too important. Put that away. I don't want to lose that. The rest is not a big deal. Let's see. Put that back on for healing. So I know I'm gonna take damage like a doofus. Oop. Oh, gotta need both of these. What am I doing? There we go. Alright. Now, what was the... That's as far as we go for megafauna. Alien tech is in a standstill until I find it. I'm pretty sure I know a couple of caves for this. Nutrients is already done for now. Up until we reach... that phase. Yeah. We're a couple tiers below that, so we don't need to worry about that one for now. So we're kinda, sorta caught up. Kinda. We're getting there. You know what I just noticed? I don't see a freaking stun baton. Where's the baton? Damn it. Oh no. Ain't no batons here. That might actually be a problem. Because that means I really will have to use that rinky-dink ass taser. What am I bloody doing? We already have the auto miners. I don't need to do it this way. Here I am operating on caveman mentality. I really didn't need to do it that way. We have some ingots already being made, right? Or processed. I'm gonna make a rebar gun so that I can help out with my, yeah, iron. Yeah, iron-based items. I'll probably nab a few from you, and that way I can at least make a rebar gun for my exploration. Where all is the storage? Is it this one? No. It's that. Okay. Well, they're slowly building up. That's fine. I'd rather just let them build up then. I'll do this, slightly caveman. Until then. Alright. I'll do this slightly caveman. At least until everything is ramped up. Do we... Oh wait, no. We didn't make the thing, did we? We can actually process some of those slugs now, can't we? Into, the overclock. Yeah, power shards. There we go. So you should be able to probably utilize overclocking whenever you feel like it. Although I don't remember when we start using them. Yeah, not anytime soon. It's there. It's there for whenever we feel like it. Just until then, we're on that early slog until we get through this. It'll be better once all of the common materials we need for building is sorted. Pretty good, but we need to top off a bit. Grab that. Actually, wait, what am I doing? This... right here. We'll go ahead and top off the engines a bit. Right here. Good. Gotcha. Need to really look at that. Because I keep forgetting the materials off the top of my head. 116... 6. 6 is easy. We already have a few. Finding some of this pre-made really does help, though. Let's see. Take that out. Right here. Then I just need a metric ass load of screws. For a bit. Well, maybe not a metric ass load, but close enough. Oof. Voice is starting to get a little hoarse. So it's... oh, we'll go on for a little while longer. And then I can take a rest. Well, you and I are still going to keep playing anyway, but I'd say I streamed at least long enough to exercise the throat a little bit. There we go. That's gonna solve almost all of my exploration problems.
Milestone
Almost.
reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You
Hell
could
no.
be if you construct, automate, explore and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated, fun.
What is this? The way she says it, though. It's contractually mandated, fun to just... Well, yeah, it is. That is kind of the theme here. Also, chainsaw, you said. Sorry, I'm just picking up a few bit of, extra. Okay. But do we need wood anytime soon, is the question. I imagine for the biomass. Like, is there anything in particular we need at the moment? Okay. Well, I mean, it's there, so we can use it. We just need to process everything in a agonizing rate. Once I've got my ammo sorted, I can just run back out. So it's fine. That's really just all I need. Just need a good stack of ammo, a little bit of healing, and I'm good to go. And just explore again. It's just gonna take a while to process. That's the one thing about the game that never changes. At least up until you got all your machines sorted. I'm tempted to just grab my phone and just put it on my left mouse click. And just lean back. I mean, that's what I usually do. Just not right this minute. Oh, jeez. Okay. So it's just a 1-for-1 then. Yeah, that'll do. If it's 1-for-1, then that's good enough. Oh, it's back. Okay. Okay. You're really zooming through these notes. Just a bit. Well, it helps that we've played so many times in the past. Is 94 gonna be enough for my exploration? No, but it'll do. It'll do for the more annoying things. What's that? Yeah. Oh, why is that? Why is that, Chief? Oh, right. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. The belts are still, what, tier 1, I think? Yeah. Tier 1 is extremely slow by comparison to what we're used to. You're used to, like, what? Tier 4? Tier 5. Huh. Yeah. That's when it's just heinously fast at that point. I think that's everything. I'm gonna deposit these. That. Actually, no, I'll take the mushrooms with me. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more than that. What was it again? Sam and Mycella, I think. Mycelia. And I straight up don't remember which way I'm going here. You want to try bacon mushrooms too? Oh, gotcha. You mean the actual bacon mushrooms? Because I was about to just run back and put the bacon mushrooms in the chest. I'm like, oh, hold on. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it does sound pretty tasty. I do love mushrooms, so... Sautéed, primarily, but... Details, details. Now the question is, where am I gonna find some sand? Because that's pretty new. Ugh. I'm going to feel much better once we hit the leg augments. I feel so slow without my extended jump. And just leg augments to go faster. When you get used to it, it just feels wrong without it. Like, you're going a lot slower prior to that. It's just not good. It feels completely ass without your leg augments. But for now, we're just in absolute basic exploration mode for now. Well, I guess it helps that I'm the one doing most of the early game exploration, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, you'll probably start exploring once things are organized and we have a good amount of the augments up and ready to go. At least that'll make the whole process a complete piss take. I thought I saw a thing here. I don't know, maybe I'm just... Ooh, radiation. Never mind. I think that was radiation. What is this? Some manner of tree? Huh. Well, that's not foreboding, no, isn't it? I went straight into my inventory. Right, what am I looking for? We need some SAM, we need mycelia, and I haven't found the other resource yet for research, so there's a fair bit to knock out. That's the region we previously were in, wasn't it? The rocky area. That was not a bad region, if you want primarily ores, if I remember right. Just the wood and other stuff was just kind of annoying to get. But really good if you want that advantage. See a slug right there. I think that's a slug. I've got like no vantage point here. Ugh. Come on. Oop, oop, oop. Slug right there. I think that's a yellow off in the distance. I hear something skittering. No? Might be this guy. Might be this guy over here. Ooh. Shoot. I don't remember how to ping in this game. Shoot. Right here. I think that's it, but I can't see it. I could go grab that. I'm trying to find more crash sites, but my old man eyes are kind of failing me right now. There might be one on one of these ridges, because usually they're high up. Like, I think that one might be one. Yeah, like right where my crosshairs are. I think that's one, but I don't think I can get that. Not without some foundations, at least. So, let's do the dumb shit thing and go around instead. We'll just do that. Fine. Connects there. Not here, though. There's a spitter right there. Oof. That's awkward on the eyes. I think I'm just gonna need to look for more caves. Like, primarily. If I intend to find more alien artifacts and sand and all of that jazz, I'm just gonna need to look for more caves. Being high up is not making me comfortable, though. I'm a dumbass. I'm gonna fall off eventually. Here? This is the part where I say, damn it, I would like it if I actually had those leg augments. Make that jump, can I? I survived that fall. We'll find out. Whatever, we'll find out. Yeah. Well, that's a no. I almost made it. You're damn right I'm gonna try again. Wait, what's that? Is that what I think it is? No, quartz. Never mind. Never mind. It's not it. How many tiers have you punched through so far? Looking at the objectives, you've gone through a fair bit of them. Funny bird. Yeah. Or just 0 and 1? Yeah. Okay, so you've gone through the tutorial, basically the tutorial tiers. Okay. Cool. Meanwhile, here I am just trying to find objectives on the map. To be fair, we don't need 2 people building in the base, so it's fine for me to just be a loot gremlin and just run around and be an idiot. Until further notice. That's poison, because that screwball woke up. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for him anyway, so... He's too busy being pissy. I forgot how long it takes for them to stop. Just... I need a good look at the surroundings. What is that? Oh, that's the other guy. Yeah, sure enough. Oh, he's done. 1, 2, 1, 2, and go. Whee! There we go. Got it. Got it. My dumbass got it. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? Here? I can't see with all this foliage. Am I being greedy? Yes. Am I gonna get knocked off? Probably. I still got it though. Fine.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Sustenance budget? Who the hell has a sustenance budget? Lame. You can't give me a sustenance budget if I'm too busy gathering it myself. Man, they did a good job sounding more and more corporate. Let's see. Ooh. Ah, sad. It's gonna knock me right off this cliff. Damn it. Come on, come on. That's one. Oh, the rebar does make this so much easier for me. As long as I'm not trash with my aim, anyway. But I forgot how much of a drop off it had. The ammunition. Up here. Just casual walk, don't you knock me off. Okay, good. I was about to say, don't you goddamn knock me off. What is that? Don't think I can make that jump. And that's a crash site right here. Caves are going to be more lower, so maybe I should get off the vertigo high ground. Not spook myself with being up so high. I think I already got this site. Is this that first one? Yeah, okay. That was the first one I got. We're good. Down here then, maybe. I did see another cave down there, but haven't found the proper entrance for it yet. Oh, where is he? He's gonna knock me right off the cliff, isn't he? Oh, we're good. But I'm only counting one. There's usually 2 boars up here. I think. Nope, 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 nope. see. Poison. I think that's radiation, actually. So I don't want to go down there. No? There's gotta be a cave over here somewhere. Let's awkwardly find a spot to break my kneecaps and go down there instead. Oop. Huh, less damage than I thought. Less damage than I thought I would. Okay, let's just go. Here. Oh. I'm wandering very far from the base, so this is probably not a good idea. But I want to know. I really want to know. One? Couldn't be just one. Makes this easier, at least. Couldn't just be one, could it? Need some explosives right here. Well, what's this all about? Oh, birds. Okay. I didn't recognize it. Something here. No, right here. Is that a cave, maybe? Or am I just hearing some other artifact? Oh, no. There we go. That's what it is. Up here? Nope. Yeah. I already jumped off, though. Here. Trying to get anything done without at least the leg augments is a complete and utter ball ache. I totally forgot how much of a ball ache it is without it. Well, we'll just ignore it for now. There's gotta be a cave along here somewhere, though. This looks like prime real estate for a cave. Spiders. Yee. Hold on. Just... that. I don't know if this is going to be one of those... They usually are in packs, so it's going to be a little hard for me to deal with them. Let me just... I'm topped off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Thought I heard skittering. All these noises for the ambiance. Usually there's more than one spider sitting around. Oh, shh! That's exactly what I meant. Damn it! That made me jump. Frick. I knew my instincts were right on point. Okay.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of, just textbook lore that I'm hearing. So is this planet supposed to be really, really threatening? Or not so bad? I feel like there's a whole lot. Oh, okay. So you weren't hearing that. Damn. The MAM is universal, but not the picked up items. Alright. So you'll hear it when you actually see it. Yeah. Okay. then there's no point in me trying to discuss this on the fly then. Oof. Sneaky bastard. I need explosives for that. Okay. Surely they wouldn't, would they? No. They wouldn't. They wouldn't do that, would they? They didn't. Okay. No surprise, something hidden behind a waterfall. Not this time, anyway. Game designer dirt. I guess. Not really, but I guess. But that's not going to stop me from jumping behind every waterfall I see. Sadness. Yeah, at this point I'm just beyond how far from the base, so I need to be careful how I explore. At least I'm not running into radiated areas, so I'm fine there. Oof. Sneaky little bastards, aren't you? At least it only takes 2 rebars as long as I actually land the hit. Case of point. Oh. You got some odd pathing there, buddy. You got some very odd pathing. Another slug to the list. And I could just feel my throat going right now. Oh. Wait. When was the map unlocked? Was that when we put down the man? That's a skittering. Yeah, like the map is up now, so I'm like, wait. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's gonna get a little bit sticky on the pan, but... Okay, that was pretty funny. You gotta love the ragdoll physics sometimes on this game. Yeah, you use the fats for it. That's a yellow. Nice. Oh. Oh, hell no. Fucking asshole. Alright, hold on. Of course. I'm just gonna have to take my revenge hits where I can get them. Hell no. No, you didn't just try to do that to me. Sure enough. Doesn't help, they're so fast. There we go. The rebar does make this a lot easier, at least. I swear it's always the big boars that scare me. When they just ran into you. Where am I going now? I've all but lost track where I was going. Oh. Well, I mean, if you're not going to chase me. No? No? Alright. Fine by me. Well, that's very nice of them. I don't expect it really, but that's very nice of them to do so. I'm honestly a little bit surprised anybody finds my nattering amusing at all. Except for you. You usually are amused at my nattering. Ooh, my wrist is starting to hurt though. It's the bad angle. Need to just warm that up a bit. Let me just find a quick safe spot here. Because I can really feel my my voice going. Nope. Not here. Would it be okay if I just crawl on top of a rock somewhere? Maybe it might be safer if I just crawl on top of a rock somewhere to do this. Yoink. Take that with us. You know, it wouldn't shock me if I'm running past every cave conceivable right now, and then I'm just completely missing it. That's probably the case. That looks interesting. Need more explosives there. You just need a lot of explosives when you're exploring. Alright. Let's take a look at one more thing before I end off the stream, I think. I don't know what region we're approaching. This is starting to look eerily familiar, but it's not. Nothing's taken. It looks oddly familiar. I just don't remember what. It's yellow. Ooh. Thank you.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient. Don't disappoint, Fix-It.
Boo! What a bunch of nerds. What do you mean I can't slide on the belts? You're lame. Oh, where are we looking? Maybe something up there. Surprisingly enough, 94 was lasting me pretty well. Ah, see, even better. We have slightly faster belts now. That means even more fun, sliding around on conveyor belts. What's that? Oh, that's the alien dog. What's that? Nope, that's just a crevice. Never mind. Thought that was a cave. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of water by the end of this. Maybe even some tea. I can already feel my throat getting a little bit swollen. Just a little. There's a slug right there. I think I've said this before, but I don't know how people are able to stream for 12 hours straight, or even just half that amount of time. You've got some good vocal cords on you if you're able to go through that long. You've got some very good vocal cords. Oof. Oh, hell no. Sure. After like 2 hours, I'm already like getting old man. Tired throat. Oop, shoot. Where is he? I don't see him. Oop. Oh, there's 3 of you, actually. Alright, hold on, hold on. Where are they? All this foliage. All this foliage, and I can't see a single... There you are. Damn it. Did I hit him? No, I didn't. Good thing I'm not on a cliff. Or cliffside. Hi. Bye. Cool. Now what do we got? I think I've lost track of where his drop is. Oh, there it is. Now, what I actually came here for. I'm finding slugs. I'm not finding crash sites, because usually they're in annoying to reach places half the time. God dang it. Can I just... No, I can't just awkwardly try to reach it from here. Dude! Nerd. How about I try again? Yeah. Nope. How about I try again? Nope. There's gotta be another angle I can get up there. Why is it that always the solution is always get jump augment? Yeah. I'm dumb. I'm dumb, there is another angle. Huh. And there's a crash site. And here I was about to complain that I haven't found a crash site yet. In before another pair of boars. Yeah, it is. Okay. 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 Sure. Why not? It's never that easy, is it? We're just gonna have to play fucking Ring Around the Rosie with this thing. Asshole. Nope. There we go. Oh, the rebar gun. My fucking beloved. Makes my life so much easier. At least I don't have to run up and slap things in the ass with a taser. To varying degrees of success and failure. No? Yes? Maybe? Ooh. Okay. This... Very nice. Especially early game, you're gonna need all you can get. Alright. Status... Yeah, I have what I need. Okay.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
I guess they're just gonna keep reminding us that. Okay. Well, since I'm carrying a hard drive, I'll just come back to base first before ending the stream. I'd love to keep running out more, but it's not a good idea to run out with a hard drive. Not when that's a benefit we can use now. So... Jeez, has this been the longest time I've been streaming? I don't remember. Usually I cap myself off at like 1 or 2 hours. This is like... approaching 3. Okay. Well, I know my limit at least. I know my limit. I can yap for a little while, but once we start hitting the 2nd and the 3rd hour, I start to get really, like, scratchy throat and tired. No? That was probably a bad idea. Bye-bye. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Bad idea. Oh, nothing's chasing me. I hope. I hope nothing's chasing me. Bad idea. I think this is Connie's. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Made it. I didn't die this time. I didn't die like a nerd. And I can see the factories expanding. Okay. Cool. Can't wait till we unlock the bits to color everything again. That'll be nice. Alright. Cool. They remove the flower petal requirement. Well, that's nice, because that is kind of a thing I have to get. Yeah. Having to constantly get flower petals for the paint was a little bit annoying. I understand, but yeah. Kind of annoying when you want to just paint everything. Alright. We'll leave it there for the time being. So until then. See you folks later. Have a good day. Oh, I need to rest my throat. I'm gonna